Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're going to walk you through the process of creating and configuring a virtual machine using Virtualbox and installing the Ubuntu operating system on it. We'll also discuss the pros and cons of virtual machines, as well as the benefits of using Virtualbox and Ubuntu. So, let's get started. Before we dive into the tutorial, let's briefly talk about the pros and cons of using virtual machines. Pros: virtual machines provide a sandboxed environment where you can test new software, configurations, and updates without affecting your main computer. They also offer resource allocation, allowing you to customize CPU, RAM, and disk space for each VM. Virtual machines are great for creating snapshots for backup and experimentation, and they enable you to run different operating systems on the same physical machine. Cons: running a virtual machine consumes system resources, which could impact overall performance. Configuring VM settings might require some technical knowledge. Additionally, some software licenses might not allow installation on virtual machines. First things first, let's start by installing Virtualbox. You can download the latest version of Virtualbox from the official website at virtualbox.org. Once the download is complete, follow the installation instructions for your operating system. Next, we need an operating system to install on our virtual machine. For this tutorial, we'll be using Ubuntu, a popular Linux distribution. You can download the Ubuntu ISO file from the link in the video description. With Virtualbox installed, let's create our virtual machine. Open Virtualbox and click on New to start the wizard. Give your virtual machine a name, choose Linux as the type, and Ubuntu, 64-bit, as the version. Allocate an appropriate amount of RAM to your virtual machine. Around 2 to 4 GB should work well for Ubuntu. Next, create a virtual hard disk. Choose the VDI format and select Dynamically Allocated for Storage. Then, set the amount of storage space you want to allocate. I'll choose 30 GB for this tutorial. With our virtual machine created, let's configure its settings. Right-click on the VM and select Settings. Under the Storage tab, select the Controller, IDE section and add the Ubuntu ISO file you downloaded earlier. Now, go to the System tab and make sure Enable EFI is checked. You can also adjust the CPU and video memory settings according to your computer's resources. We're all set to install Ubuntu on our virtual machine. Start the VM and you'll see the Virtualbox boot menu. Select Install Ubuntu to begin the installation process. Follow the on-screen prompts to select your language, keyboard layout, and other preferences. When you reach the installation type, you can choose to use the entire disk for Ubuntu. This is suitable for most beginners. Set up your user account and password, and then let the installation process run. Once it's complete, the VM will automatically restart. And there you have it. You've not only successfully created and configured a virtual machine using Virtualbox and installed the Ubuntu operating system, but you've also learned about the advantages and disadvantages of virtual machines as well as the benefits of Virtualbox and Ubuntu.